Okay, I posted a picture of how to do an umbrella and rain in watercolor, and I'm thinking that it might be a little too hard for some of the younger kids, and so I'm going to go ahead and just show you how to do a simpler version of that. I've already drawn on the umbrella this time, but again, we're going to try to put a link on there for you can just go ahead and trace the shape of an umbrella. And this time we're just going to start out with just completely black, and we're going to just do a black umbrella. So once you've got your umbrella drawn, we're just going to go ahead, and I'm hardly using much water. I want it to be a very black, solid umbrella. And so unlike the previous one, this one I'm not worried about hard lines, because we want really hard lines, because we want this to be completely all one color of black. You will have to add some water to it just so that it will spread. As you can see, I did not wet my paper before or any of that. I just want it as dark as I can. So this is a simpler version of the previous watercolor we just did. And if you want, you can do them both because they're both fun to try. And because it's watercolor, you're going to still have a darker and a lighter part, and that's okay. But just try to get it. If we were using acrylics, you could make the color more all one color, but with watercolor, that's just the way. There's some lights and some darks, and that's what makes watercolor so fun. Now, if you're using regular paper instead of watercolor paper, you're going to have to wait a long time for this to dry before we finish it up, because you don't want these colors to bleed in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let that dry as best we can. Now, after using black or a dark color, you really want to make sure that your brush is cleaned out, and you can even rinse your water and make it nice and clean, because we're going to add in some, we want some bright solid colors. Sorry, that was just bugging me, so I had to fix it. So rinse your brush really well, get your paper to dry, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, now that our painting is dry, we're going to go ahead and dip your paintbrush in just straight water, and you're just going to make a line running all the way down. And then I'm going to just take yellow, and I'm going to trace that line all the way down. And what we're hoping for is that this is going to stay right where the water has been. And then rinse your paintbrush, And then I'm gonna go with an orange, and I'm gonna do the same thing where I'm just gonna bring it. And this time I decided I'm not gonna put the water on first because I couldn't really tell where it was. I'm just gonna bring it all the way down, and then I'm gonna add the water. So let's see how that works. Okay, so then rinse your brush and just have the clear water, and we're gonna bring it all the way down. We're gonna make this into a rainbow rainstorm. So now I'm gonna go to the red and do the same thing. Just bring a line all the way down, and hopefully try your best not to get the waters from the other color to mix, or you're gonna have a whole mixture of colors. So you just want to keep these lines not touching the others. Okay, again, I'm going to go in with my water now. And we're just going to have it all coming down to the ground. Okay. Next color we're going to do is purple. My purple is one that has dried out, so I'm going to have to get it pretty wet just so that I can get a good purple color out of this. Okay, and same thing. Do the purple all the way down. Hopefully your painting is dry so that the black won't rub into your color, which it looks like mine is okay. Again, draw that purple line all the way down. All the way down. And I actually forgot that I don't want to do it under here, so don't follow that because the umbrella is protecting it. So I'm just going to hurry and try to erase it. So again, it's a good lesson on how to erase with a watercolor. Take your clear water, go back through, and sometimes you have to scrub it a little with your paintbrush. I'm thinking, of course, it would be the purple. Purple stains really easily, but there we go. We got most of it out. Okay, now we're going to go with the blue. We're going to do the same thing. Start at the top, come all the way down with our blue color. Okay, you can take it, just bring it down. Alrighty, and then we're going to go with our green. I'm just going to angle this a little so I can reach and not have to get over all the and take your brush. And you can see as these are drying, you can see how fun they're drying. They're kind of fading in and out on different areas. And then we're going to start back with the yellow again, and make sure that when you're ready for yellow again, your brush is super clean, else you're going to get a whole either it's going to blend with like the green and it's going to get this muddy color or whatever color you have in your paintbrush. So then again, we're going to go with the orange. Get a little bit more water. Blend these in. And then we're going to go with the red. Whoops, I didn't smear that in there. You can go with the red all the way down. Then we're going to go purple again. And line all the way down. Okay, and then the blue again. We're to green again. This is a fun way of getting to use all your colors. And this time we want it to bring back down. It's a good way to practice using your watercolors too and getting used to how they work. Okay, and then again, make sure you rinse your brush really good. And if you have a paper towel, you can test it and see if there's any color on there before you move on. And we're going to do yellow again. And then orange. And it looks like our last color is going to be red that we're going to be able to fit on here. Head down. There you have it. There is your watercolor umbrella with a raining rainbow. Hope you enjoy it.